Good morning. How are you? Oh my gosh. Welcome to Wednesday. It's cool enough this morning and quiet enough outside of the mad birds in my neighborhood to be out on the deck with you today. So that's kind of fun. We'll just give you a minute to get situated, grab your coffees, say hello in the comments, and yeah, Wednesday, here it is. Good morning, wifey. How are you on this fine Wednesday? I was up early to play some tennis today. I haven't done that in a while. That felt awesome. I think we're always right, be encouraged by the Olympics in any way, shape, or form. I always love watching it because it's fascinating to me, and the skill sets that people have is beautiful. And we'll maybe talk a couple of things on that in a moment, but looking forward to connecting with you today. We're going to give people another 30 seconds to get situated to join us. We made it live. I was going to do it from the road on Monday when we were driving back from Saskatchewan, but it was just too spotty of service. So I hope you enjoy the video of the alpacas and the babies. So that was good. Morning, Cal. It's good to see you this morning. Yes, Mick, we should play some tennis sometime. I am not very good. I'm just learning, but boy, do I love it. I don't know. I think tennis is one of those things, either you like it or you don't like it. I don't know if there's any like kind of sort of tennis people in the world, because I've met a few people who are like, oh, I hate tennis, or oh, I love tennis. But anyway, in love with it. If you're in the High River, Southern Alberta area, the tennis club is actually hosting a family get together, pizza party tonight to just meet more people in the community, encourage more people to come check out the club, have a little bit of fun. So if you want to check that out, you can find the details on the High River Tennis Club page. Okay, well, let's get to her. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Club. We are down to 3 days a week for the month of August. Our summer hours are in effect. So we will be hanging out with you Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for the month of August. And looking forward to picking things up. We've got some ideas in the works. The team and I have been coming up with some cool ideas for the fall, which we really look forward to sharing with you. I guess in the hopes that you would still like to show up and have coffee each and every day. We've been doing this for a year and a half now. So just making sure you're still into it. So I guess if you're here, you are. I'll take that. I'll just take that as your answer. But let me know always. We appreciate your time. If there's more things you'd like to do that we can entertain and bring you some joy, that's what I'm here for. My gosh, I feel like I haven't had a really good coffee in like a week. So I'm really savoring this for a moment. Okay, when it comes to, for anybody who's brand new to Virtual Coffee Club, Wednesdays is the day we have set aside to have a little bit of a WTF moment. We very much, of course, promote kindness. We promote positivity. We're here to lift each other up. We're here to check in with each other. We're here to have a good time. For whatever reason, though, I really just came up with this idea that one day a week we have to have a cheat day. We have to have a day where we maybe say what's on our mind. Okay, so my audio is sounding weird. I don't know why. Yeah, we'll just have to. Bum, ba-dum, it's showing that it's fine. It's probably internet connection because on the deck, or maybe it's just because the internet isn't great. Is it too choppy to continue? I guess, yeah. So anyway, I will leave you to, I guess, posting in the comments that anything that's bugging you today. Let's keep going. Weak connection. I don't know if it'll reconnect to something better or not. I think that's the thing, is just we have stressed out technology so much that it gets all weird. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're new to Coffee Club, Wednesdays, or we call it WTC. I forgot to do that before I started. Okay, so Wednesdays are the day we set aside to get some things off our chest, to roll our eyes, to swear a little bit if you feel like swearing, to just be really raw in our humanness for one day a week, because we're trying to just keep it going all the fucking time, right? And so we need a moment where we just get to be really real in that. And I think that was as much as an exercise that I hope for you in this process. It has been really helpful for me, because I think that I have worked in a career and worked in a facet where I was edited, and so much for my entire life. So it's giving you that opportunity to live a little bit unedited. And so that's what I'm hoping in your lesson in your life. Does that make sense? So I'm curious today on what do you have? Do you have a WTF moment that has crossed your mind over the last week, over the month, over today? Maybe it's just been in the last few hours, not sure where you're at, but feel free to share that in the comments. And what's nice about this place is that we are a safe zone. You can express yourself without judgment. We don't throw kindness to the wind per se, but we, yeah, we just share. What's on your mind today? What's your WTF moment? I feel like the biggest one for me over the last week and a bit has been in conjunction with watching the Olympics. Now, we had a little bit of fun last week on our WTF Wednesday with our former Olympian and gold medal champion, Ben Hebert, joining us. And we were having some jokes about how is that an Olympic sport? Where, I mean, at the end of the day, it takes incredible athletic abilities for everyone to do all of the things. It's just some of them have felt like really funny, almost humorous events, if that makes sense. My biggest WTF moment watching the Olympics over this last week and a half, and I hope that it has spurred a little bit in you also, is the fact that we have incredible women who are doing things in the Olympics this year that haven't been done. For example, the gal from the Philippines who was the first ever gold medal winner for the Philippines. We had a girl, 13 years old, from China win a gold medal for her country. Yet here we are in 2021 still having a debate on what people should wear in the Olympics. Does that not strike you as a large WTF moment in our world right now, that we are still trying to control what women wear to compete on the sporting level? Now, if there was a valid argument as to a safety reason or something for that, I would hear you out on that for a moment. But at the end of the day, I think if you are the athlete who is competing, now granted, there's team apparel. I totally get that. And I think it comes down to, if you didn't hear the story, it was the Norwegian team. I believe it was volleyball, but I could be wrong because I don't follow it like to the letter, but they were fined because they chose to wear an athletic short as opposed to the bikini bottom that they were assigned to, the handball team. I'm not sure how wearing a full butt covered short would affect their athletic ability in any way, shape, or form. This comes down to opinion, sexism, and control. Which, hi, we're in 2021. Now, it was interesting. I mean, I haven't heard anybody speak out for it outside of some people don't care. Some people haven't mattered. I know that they were talking to some of the ladies from the beach volleyball team on what there was. And I think there was a video of them getting their box of their clothes. The box was like, there's your Olympic wear. And I guess my biggest piece in that is just how is that still a thing? How is this a topic we're even talking about? How is it even that that's the story that becomes one of the biggest stories out of the Olympics this year? Is that how are we still in this kind of conversation in this day and age? You know, a lot of people have, I think what's been interesting through this pandemic is we've had a lot of opportunity for conversations to get highlighted, for movements to come forward, for voices that were originally ignored to be heard, for people to find understanding or at least attempt understanding for the first time in a really long time on a number of different issues. I think that it's been that's been a challenge, and we've had people chatting about this on the show before, and it continues to be, but it's still, I guess you could see where you could empathize a bit on the broken record piece of it, in that as women, we still continue to fight every damn day. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome, Cheryl. I just think some people need to stay out of it. Now, I'm not sure what you mean by that per se. I think when people are fined for wearing something that they felt more comfortable with and didn't feel sexualized from, I think that's our business. I do. I think it's something that needs to be brought to the forefront. I think there's interesting conversations around teams who have experienced harassment, both sexually and verbally abusive from their coaches leading up to the Olympics. I think I believe that's happening with the women's rugby team, or I've seen some posts on that of recent. There's some interesting things that are happening in the background that haven't been our business before. Is it our business now? I guess that's part of the debate. That's part of how do you feel as humans in this world of how our women athletes are being treated. You know, maybe that requires us to have a debate on it. Maybe that requires us to have more conversation on it, because I think it stems bigger than that. I think that's just a world watched platform where things like this are happening on a daily fucking basis, and nothing's really being done about it ever. We talk about it a little bit. We think, man, geez, this movement needs to continue, but nothing's really changing. And then what does change look like for that, really? Is that where we start speaking up? Is that where we don't? I know I've had a couple of instances of late where I didn't say something. Somebody said something on two different occasions, different people, different topics, different scenario completely. But on two separate occasions, I chose to say nothing. And later, I think it's two-part, right? Is you want to sometimes express whether it's your opinion, or you would like to share a fact, or you would like to just share. Where does the words come in just sharing that you're uncomfortable with the way somebody is speaking, whether it's about somebody else or Where does that courage come from? Where do those words come from? Because sometimes you don't say anything because you don't want to say the wrong thing, or you don't want to come across the wrong way, or you don't want to maybe not give what you're feeling offended about the right platform, right? There's an educational level in that. But where do we find that courage, friends? I don't know. Give me your thoughts in the comments. But where do we find the courage where we do say something instead of nothing at all? Because sometimes I feel like when we say nothing at all, we're just as much a part of the problem. Does that make sense? Does that feel right? Am I so crazy? So I think when it comes to equality, there's still a long road ahead of us. Michaela makes some really great points in the comments this morning too about when the NCAA basketball tournament and the men's workout facility versus the women's, and what the difference looked like in between that. And it doesn't have to become a fight of who's better, a fight of versus. It just becomes like what makes sense. I don't know. What's on your mind today? Does that stick with you? Does that not resonate with you at all? Maybe, and kudos to Helen. If what people wear at the Olympics doesn't phase her, that's totally fine. But did it you? When you read that story or heard that piece, did that make you wonder more? Did that make you feel uncomfortable in any way? So I think it's interesting. I think there's pieces up for debate on, or if there is even a debate on it, but just awareness, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So that was kind of a WTF moment for me in the past week, is that I just can't believe that in 2021, we're still having conversations like this. How long do we have with conversations like this? Morning, Pam. Anything else on your mind? Did you have a WTF moment of the week? Have you been thinking about something? Has something been bugging you? Maybe things are just feeling really joyful in your world. Please share in the comments where you're at on this Wednesday morning. I am still a little bit awestruck that we are in the month of August. Birthday month has officially concluded for me, so that's sad. But I hope you will do the same thing when it comes to yours. I don't know if we got any August birthday month celebrators on here, but feel free to post that in the comments if you're celebrating an August birthday. Welcome to the beginning of your celebratory month. So please check that out. And let me know what you think about there. Anything else? Mike shares. Yeah, we traveled to Saskatchewan for rodeo on the weekend. He had I don't know what kind of injury it would be, a pinched nerve or something up in his neck, and he could hardly move. He did not have an exception. We had a great weekend. We had so much fun there. But friends, he says it worse than a man cold. I said the next time we have to travel anywhere with him with an injury, we need to take like an assistant with us, because I had to do all the work, and it was worse than a man cold. He was so whiny. It was fine. Anything else on your mind this morning? What do you think? What are you talking about? What's on your mind? What's going on in your world? Please feel free to share that in the comments. If you're catching this later, hashtag replay. Let me know what's on your mind today. What's going on? I was trying to think of other WTF things. I mean, I think there's always a continued COVID version of that, but I'm just sick and tired of talking about that. I don't know about you. And I wonder if you felt that in, when you're out and about, are people still wanting to really talk about that? Are they kind of complaining about it? Are they feeling better about it? What does that look like? It'll be an interesting few weeks as we get prepared for back to school and what sort of WTF moments we're going to have around that. I don't know. I don't know. But I just a little bit of fun. This Friday, when we are back for the next edition, like I said off the top, in case you missed it, we're doing summer hours for Virtual Coffee Club. So we're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And this Friday, I'm excited that we booked a special guest to come back in and check us. We had a great, fun Friday with him back in the winter when he wasn't working per se. And he has a real person job too, but professional rodeo clown Tyson Wagner is going to be back with us on Friday's show. So he's been out and at a few rodeos and dusting off the cobwebs and doing all of those kind of things. So we're going to check in and see how it feels for him to be back into the swing of work. I think working in an industry that was shut down pretty much completely through the COVID period, it's interesting to see that come back into full swing and seeing what that looks like. So we're going to check in with Tyson. We'll see if he wrote any new jokes over the winter, and he will hopefully entertain us then at that point. And we're looking forward to him joining us on Friday morning. If you have any suggestions again for people you'd love to see, oh my gosh, that's another one. I'm working on another great, it'll end up being a Tuesday one because I can't let TikTok die quite yet. But I'm in the process of confirming another TikTok guest who I didn't realize. So someone I know and worked with in the past is under an alias name on TikTok, and it's got quite viral and it's went quite crazy. And I didn't realize it was him. And so I don't know if you've seen Leroy and Leroy on TikTok. They are an absolute hoot. And there are a couple of guys who are out just really sort of experiencing what Canada has to offer in a super funny way. They are hilarious. So one of the Leroys is going to join us on an upcoming TikTok Tuesday, maybe next week. So I think it's going to be a riot. Anyway, have an amazing rest of your Wednesday, friends. Cheers to you. We will see you back here Friday morning with professional rodeo clown Tyson. If you're looking for a laugh this week, this is what we're going to give you on Friday morning. We'll finish with just the right amount of joy. Have a great rest of your day,